Today we're talking about if dating a colleague or work relationships is a good idea. And this is a really popular question because, well, besides mutual friends, that's really the only place you meet new people. You make new friends, unless, right, college was probably the only time, and then next is a workplace. Now, I know that COVID and the pandemic has changed that. Many people are working from home now, but there's still a lot of you who are going into work. And when new people come in, you may catch some interest and you wonder if it's a good idea to pursue it or not. So I'm answering that for you today. Is it a good idea or is it not? Short answer to that is it is, but it also can not be a good idea. I know, you thought you'd get a straightforward answer from me, but that's just not the case because I'm gonna be real. You have to know, I would like you guys to know that there are obviously work relationships that have been successful. I've seen it personally. I've seen it from an outside perspective, someone that's not close to me, like a client or friend of a friend. And they've gotten married, they have a family, they're great. But I've also seen, and you may have experienced too, some work relationships that just burned. And it was not good, and it was probably one of the worst decisions they have ever made. So what would work for you? That's the right question to ask, right? This is about your scenario. So if you have interest in somebody, is it a good idea? Well, only one thing I want for you to ask yourself in regards to this is, how confident are you in making sure that this pans out? If you try to pursue her, will it pan out well? And if it doesn't, can you make sure it doesn't get awkward? That's the main thing to focus on. Can you make sure you are confident in yourself and how you communicate and who this person is and dealing with that you will not let it affect work or make any awkwardness with her? So that includes if you guys do get into a relationship and it's doing really well, but then all of a sudden maybe you had a bad date or you're really confused, you didn't let it affect your work. Same thing as if you went out with her just once and it didn't turn out well, she decided to reject you. Are you confident that you're not gonna make it awkward and you know how to talk to her about that? Now, on how to get into these relationships is a totally different story, and there's all these steps to it. So I'm not going to go into that today, but what I did want to talk about today is if it's just a good idea. And quite honestly, it really only is when you know where you stand in the workplace. For example, there's a difference between if you work both as servers at a restaurant or you're both bartenders versus if one of you is at a very much higher level in the company than the other, and how much that would affect the other people around you, or favoritism, right? So really step back and think to yourself, how comfortable are you in this? How confident are you in pursuing this? If this is someone of interest of yours that you know could be a really good match for you, and that no matter what happens, you know for yourself, you will not make it odd and it will not affect your work performance, your other work relationships with your colleagues, and anything else. That's important. Once you got that figured out, then it's about, of course, if you pursue her, if she even believes in work relationships, because some people are very against it, some people are open to it. But once again, that's a completely different story. Today, it's about figuring out if it's a good idea for you to even pursue someone in a work environment. But other than that, that's all I got for you today. So I hope this helps you in figuring out if you want to pursue it or not. And if you have a very unique scenario, comment below, and then that way I can see if I can speak more on that in my next video. But thank you guys so much for watching as usual, and I'll see you next time.